Hey everyone, welcome back.
Yeah, good to be here.
So you ever feel like the job market's kind of like shifted under our feet a little bit, like the rules of the game have changed?
Yeah, for sure. It's changing so fast.
Yeah, so we found this really interesting article today and want to kind of dive deep into it with you guys. It's from a staffing company called Xfino, and it's called Why Your Skills Are More Important Than a Degree.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of unpack this and figure out what exactly they mean,
Yeah.
what are employers really valuing now, and what can we all do to kind of stay ahead of the curve.
Right.
And spoiler alert,
Yeah.
this article is saying that skills are like the new golden ticket, even more so than like having a degree.
I mean, that's a pretty bold statement,
Yeah, right?
but the article makes a good argument for it.
Yeah,
It's saying that it's not like degrees are worthless. It's more about employers now are looking for what you can actually do.
right. The practical side of things,
Exactly.
not just the theory.
Exactly. Like, think about it. If you're hiring someone to build a website, would you want someone with a computer science degree but no actual experience building websites? Or would you want someone who just finished like a coding boot camp
Yeah.
and has a portfolio of projects they've already built?
Right. Yeah, I'd want to see what you've actually done.
Exactly. And the article makes that point really well.
Yeah. And I guess it makes sense because like technology changes so fast and the job market's like this moving target.
Right.
Skills can kind of adapt to those changes way faster than like a 4-year degree program.
Exactly. And, a lot of employers have really specific needs.
Right.
They don't just want somebody who knows like general computer stuff. They want someone who knows a specific programming language or a specific software.
So it's not just about skills in general.
Right.
It's about having the right skills at the right time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's about being really targeted in your skill development.
I'm starting to see the shift here, but okay, let's be real for a second.
Yeah.
Degrees, they do still offer some benefits.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what does the article say about that side of it?
Yeah, the article acknowledges that, degrees, they can build confidence, they enhance your professional image, and there's still certain industries where having that degree is really important.
Right, it gives you that credibility.
Exactly. And, it can also lead to higher earning potential, especially if it's a specialized degree.
But I guess the question is, are those advantages enough in today's world?
Right.
Like, is that degree alone going to keep you competitive?
That's a good question.
Or do you need something more?
Yeah, and this is where things get interesting because the article talks about these soft skills,
Oh, I love that.
which are anything but soft these days.
I know, right? Everyone says soft skills, but they're so important.
They really are, and they're becoming even more valuable.
Yeah, like what are some of the ones they highlight in the article?
Well, communication is a big one.
Yeah.
Being able to communicate clearly and effectively.
Right.
Time management is another essential skill.
Oh, yeah. Being organized.
And then teamwork. You got to be able to work well with others.
Definitely a team player.
And then they talk about self-motivation, being a self-starter, taking initiative.
Right. Showing that you're proactive.
And then something we might take for granted, but basic computer skills.
Oh, yeah. In the digital age, you got to have those.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm convinced skills are the name of the game.
I think so.
But what if you don't have a traditional degree?
That's a great question.
And how do you acquire these skills that everyone's looking for?
Well, the article talks about a few alternative pathways.
Okay.
For technical skills, you've got things like software boot camps.
Yeah, those are becoming super popular.
They are. They're really intense and focused programs. They teach you specific skills that employers are looking for.
So they're kind of like fast track
Yeah.
to getting those skills.
Right. And then there are professional certifications that can show your expertise in a certain area.
Okay, so like project management or something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Or cloud computing. There's a lot of different options.
So it's kind of like a way to prove your abilities without necessarily having the degree.
Right. And then you've got technical certifications, which are more specific to certain technical skills.
Okay.
And of course, there's always the classic on-the-job training and internships.
Right.
Those can be so valuable.
Yeah, you learn by doing.
Exactly. And you get real-world experience.
I like that.
So there are definitely options out there, even if you don't have a traditional degree.
Yeah, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach anymore.
Right.
There's so many different paths you can take.
Exactly. And the article really emphasizes that these alternative pathways aren't lesser than a traditional degree.
Okay.
They're just different.
Right.
And in some cases, they can be even more effective for getting the skills that employers are actually looking for.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that for sure.
And it's interesting because the article also talks about this distinction between hard skills and what they call job skills.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the difference there?
So hard skills are the technical role-specific abilities,
Okay.
like coding, data analysis, graphic design.
Okay, so the specific things you need to know to do a certain job.
Exactly.
That's it.
And then job skills are more like those transferable, adaptable skills that are valuable across a range of roles and industries.
Okay.
Things like communication, critical thinking,
Mhm.
problem-solving, teamwork, dealing with ambiguity.
So hard skills are like your specialized tools,
Yeah,
and job skills are like your universal toolkit.
I like that. That's a great way to put it.
You can use them anywhere.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the article really stresses that these job skills are becoming more and more important in the workplace.
Yeah, because like you said, the world is changing so fast.
Right.
You need to be able to adapt to
Exactly.
new situations and new challenges.
Right.
And those job skills are what help you do that.
They are. It's not just about what you know anymore. It's about how you can learn, adapt, and apply that knowledge in new situations.
So you're not just hired for a job.
Right.
You're hired for your potential.
Exactly. For your ability to grow and evolve with the company.
I'm really starting to rethink how I view my own career now.
Me too.
It's not just about checking boxes on a resume anymore.
Right.
It's about constantly investing in yourself
Absolutely.
and building this diverse skill set
Yeah.
that's going to make you valuable in the long run.
Exactly.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
It feels like a whole new world of opportunity is opening up,
It does.
where skills and adaptability are like the keys to success.
I think so.
I love it. I'm energized.
I'm glad.
So before we move on from this, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Okay.
We've talked about how skills are now more important than degrees,
Right.
the different ways you can get those skills even without a traditional degree,
Yeah.
and how these job skills are becoming increasingly valuable.
Exactly.
Okay, so when we come back, we're going to explore these ideas even further,
Yeah.
and we're going to dive into what this all means for the future of work in your career.
Sounds good.
All right, see you in a bit.
All right. So we're back.
Back again. And seriously, my head is spinning a little
I
bit
know, right?
from all this talk about skills.
That's a lot to process.
It's exciting, though. I feel like it opens up so many possibilities.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's say someone's listening to this and they're feeling kind of lost.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not sure about their career path or what skills they should be focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give them based on what we've learned from this article?
Well, I think the key takeaway is to be proactive,
Okay.
Take charge of your own skill development.
So don't just sit around and wait for things to happen.
Exactly. Equip yourself with the skills that are in demand.
Right. Make yourself stand out.
Exactly.
So it's not just about what you know,
Right.
but what you can actually do with that knowledge.
Exactly. It's about action, not just accumulation.
I like that.
And the great thing is there are so many resources available now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Online courses, workshops, boot camps, mentorship programs.
You can learn pretty much anything you want.
Pretty much.
It's amazing.
It is. And I think it requires a bit of a mindset shift.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
We're moving away from that old idea of get a degree and you're set for life.
Right.
It's more about continuous learning.
Adapting to the changes.
Exactly. The pace of change is only going to accelerate.
It's like degrees give you the foundation,
Okay.
but skills are the building blocks that let you actually construct your career.
That's a great way to put it.
And you can keep adding to it over time.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and it reminds me of something else the article talked about, those transferable job skills.
Oh, yeah. Those are important.
They really are. Communication, problem solving, critical thinking, teamwork.
Those are the things that make you valuable no matter what job you're doing.
Exactly.
It's like having a superpower
Yeah.
that you can use anywhere.
Exactly.
I love it.
And employers are looking for those skills more and more these days.
Yeah, they want people who can hit the ground running
Exactly.
and solve problems
Right.
and work effectively with others.
Exactly. Someone who's adaptable and resilient.
This whole conversation has made me think about my own career differently.
Me too.
It's not just about checking boxes on a resume anymore.
Yeah.
It's about investing in myself
Mm-hmm.
and building a skill set that's going to make me valuable in the long run.
I think that's a great takeaway.
And it's exciting.
It is. It's empowering.
It is.
It's not about waiting for someone to give you permission to succeed.
Right.
You can create your own path
Love that.
by developing the skills you need.
Yeah, take control of your own destiny.
Exactly.
So what if educational institutions kind of adopted this mindset?
That's interesting.
Like, what if degrees weren't just about theory?
Yeah,
but they also focused on giving students those practical skills
that would be amazing.
they need to succeed in the real world.
Right,
Um,
because there's often a gap between what's taught in school and what employers are actually looking for.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like you can graduate with honors
Hmm.
and still feel totally unprepared for your first job.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah, and it's because technology is changing so fast,
Right.
and traditional education just can't keep up.
It's hard to keep the curriculum current.
Yeah, it's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
That's a good analogy.
It just doesn't work.
And that's where those alternative pathways we talked about can be so valuable.
Right, the boot camps and certifications.
They can bridge that gap
It's
and give you those specific skills employers are looking for.
like taking charge of your own education.
Exactly.
You're not limited by the traditional system.
Right.
You can create your own path.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's what I find so inspiring about this whole conversation.
Me too.
You know, the future of work is fluid and dynamic,
Yeah.
and we have the power to shape it.
By embracing our skills.
By embracing our skills, our adaptability, and our willingness to learn.
Yes, I am so pumped right now.
Good, I'm glad.
It feels like the possibilities are endless.
They are.
So let's take a quick break.
Okay,
Let all this sink in. And when we come back, we'll wrap things up
sounds good.
and leave you with some final thoughts.
Okay.
See you soon. All right, so we're back. And I gotta say, my mind is still kind of blown from all this talk about skills.
I know, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, but it's so inspiring too. Like, I feel like it really opens up a whole new way of thinking about the future of work,
It definitely challenges the status quo.
for sure. So as we wrap up this episode, I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of like one final question
Okay.
we can leave our listeners with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something that kind of builds on the article, but maybe wasn't directly addressed in our discussion.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, how about this? If you could go back and talk to your younger self about navigating the whole education and career thing,
Okay.
what would you say now, knowing how important skills are?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right. It really makes you stop and think about all the choices we make
Mm-hmm.
and how those choices kind of shape our paths.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that learning is a lifelong journey.
Yeah, it never really ends.
It doesn't, it's about constantly evolving and adapting.
So I guess what we're saying is,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to step outside the traditional box.
Mm-hmm.
Explore different pathways and invest in those skills
Exactly.
that are going to make you truly valuable in the long run.
And remember those job skills? They're like your secret weapon.
Communication, problem solving, teamwork,
Those are the things that will set you apart.
no matter what field you're in.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling super energized after this conversation.
Oh, dude!
It's like we've been given this whole new toolkit.
Yeah, a toolkit for success in the future of work.
And the best part is, anyone can use it.
Anyone who's willing to learn and adapt.
So to all our listeners out there,
Yeah.
keep learning, keep growing.
And keep challenging those old assumptions.
The future is yours to shape.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of skills and degrees.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep on diving deep.